So this is one of my favorite pages on any website that I've ever made. The URL to get here is just YouAre.Global, which I think is great. And it redirects you to my blog, Moraco.com. And this page exists just to remind people I send the link to how good things are. Mainstream media, through a set of circumstances that they make money by telling people negative news, tell people more negative news than good news. And there is no efficient, economically viable structure to tell people positive news all the time yet anyway. And so I feel like it's worth reminding people every once in a while that things are actually really, 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 really incredibly good. We just don't talk about it. It's a good thing to keep in mind, especially when things feel a little bit scary, which they have for a lot of people over the course of this year with Brexit and Donald Trump getting elected and a whole bunch of other things. I mean, people in Kenya, for example, are concerned about us electing Donald Trump, and people in Turkey and Ukraine are concerned about Brexit. It's just like the whole world is involved in some bad decisions that other countries are making, and that applies to anyone everywhere about everywhere else. We're all very acutely aware of how interconnected we all are now. Things like Ebola happened, and we realized that, oh wow, if a bad thing happens a couple thousand miles away, it could actually turn bad for everyone very quickly. And so it's good to keep in mind that, yeah, while things are scary, and sometimes bad things do happen in big ways, things like the state of the average day for the average human on Earth is really, really good compared to even just recently. So if you're in a developed country, things have changed dramatically in the last 30 years. You'll see the link at the very bottom of the page is a blog post written by the guy who writes Wait But Why, before he wrote Wait But Why on his old blog. And it's just about how different things are between 1988 and 2008. Like, if you want to get a burger with someone before a game in 1988, you make sure you both have dimes in your pockets, and you've agreed already on a restaurant you're going to meet at, and then if something goes wrong, you have to find a payphone and hope that you can call someone who knows this person, and it's just a total mess. And obviously, it's nothing like that anymore. And so that is one very small way that is an example of the many, 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 many things that have gotten infinitely better even in the last 30 years, even for developed countries. What's surprising is that you may have heard statistics like, in my lifetime, poverty has been halved. The number of people who live in extreme poverty, which is defined by less than $1 a day in the world, has gone from more than 1 billion people to far less than 1 billion people. And that's actually because one country, China, they went through the same oh god, we have a middle class now, that the US did in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Post-industrial lifestyle is a thing that is now happening to them, and it's happening way faster. So unlike the US, where it took 60 years to get the full economic benefit of having a middle class, China did it in 30. Countries I don't know other countries that I could name, but countries that are doing what China did 30 years ago now are going to do it in 10 years, and soon it will happen for developing countries in 5 years or 2 years, where they'll go from not having any infrastructure, not having any civic services, not having healthcare, etc., to being a fully developed nation, because it's been done so many times, and they have models to work from. And so the world is getting better, and the world is getting better at getting better, which is cool. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. When things seem super, super dumb, they are in many ways, but also things are getting really, really good really, really quickly. There's talk of us colonizing Mars in the next decade. So if we, run around worrying about job security in 40 years, we're just not in a place to do that. We don't know what it's going to be like in 40 years. Things are getting better so much faster that worrying about retirement now is who knows what retirement will be like if things are getting better this fast. It's kind of hard to plan for the future, but other than that, it's very exciting. I hope this page convinces you even more of that and that you enjoy reading it. It's basically just a list of my favorite links, and I continually update it when I find new cool things that are relevant for this topic. So enjoy. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching this video intro. I will see you in the next video. after you read all the links, go check them out.